today I made a poll in my Facebook group asking about what video I should do next. Well, I asked if it was scanning or trade setup, and a lot of you said trade setup and triggers, right? But we can't really have a trade setup and a trigger unless we scan, so I realized that I kind of have to do both. So, to do both, the night before, so as you guys know, I already have a predetermined watch list. So if you look at my thinkorswim, I play the exact same setups or exact same tickers every day because I look at these every day. The problem with these tickers right now is all of them are to the upside. And right now, ES or S&P 500 futures is so close to the 200-day moving average. So my bias is a little bit to the downside just because we've been going up a lot. So, but don't get me wrong, this is bullish unless we break below the 20 SMA. So right now we're already at $15, but I'm starting to look for trade setups to the downside. So what I do is the night before, I go on Finviz, and I will click on groups, and I kind of see what happened throughout the day. So here, as you see, financial was the weakest one. It was negative today, super red. And on the 1 week performance, financial was also one of the weaker ones. So which is right here, and the 1 month, you see financial is also down. So if I'm looking at this, I kind of think that if I was playing something to the downside, it would be the financials, just because they have been red and they're not showing any signs of strength. So if you go on screener, let's see here. So first I'll make it optionable because I do options. Current volume, I want to make sure it's over 500k, so they're pretty liquid. Price, I do over $20 because I don't want cheap stocks. Market cap, I want to make sure it's mid plus, just so we have some liquidity. And I'll go on technical. So if I'm short to the downside, I want it price below SMA 20, price below SMA 50, and price below SMA 200. After that, I just click on volume, arrange them to the most volume, and I click on charts. So from here, you just kind of look at the charts where it kind of pulled up. So if you see over here, DAL, it's pulling up, but today it kind of made a reversal pattern at resistance. So I'll just bring it up over here. So right now it got rejected at 20 SMA and it's under the 20 SMA. So what you have to do is check the Fibonacci just to make sure that it retraced properly, right? So you get this low, take this high, and you see it got rejected right at 22.56. So if my bias is short tomorrow, I want to go short once it breaks the low of the day today. So right about here. So if this breaks 21.36 tomorrow, my price target would be 1967. Right there. So that's what I do with the Fibonacci breaks. So let's see if I can find a little bit more. So DAL, definitely to the downside. And if you look over here, Wells Fargo. So this one's also doing a pattern. So let's see here. So this checks out. It's under the 200, under the 20, and also under the 10 with momentum to the downside. This one just retraced the 50 RSI, and now you can see it's turning back down again. So let's see if it retraced properly. So like this guy and that guy. So you see today or yesterday, it did hit 25.23, which is basically resistance, and today we see it sell off. So the trigger for this is anything that went below this candle right here was a trigger to go short. As you see, once this broke below this low yesterday, you should have been short right here. But since now that Wells Fargo already triggered yesterday, we have to look for a new entry. So tomorrow, so what I want to do is I'm going to mark this 78.6 line. So if you missed it, your entry to go short is 23.80 because that's your 78.6 line, and you just put your stop loss above this line, above this candle. And your entries right here. And your first price target is the low, which is $22. So that would be a good price target for swing. So as you see, our risk is a lot smaller to the reward. So every time I get into swings, I make sure that the risk and reward is proper. We can't be like 50-50, like we can't have our reward less than the risk, because you'd go broke, obviously, because we'll never have 100% accuracy. But if you do this technique, most likely you will get about 50 to 60, or maybe sometimes 70%. But the main point is, when you're winning, you always make more than what you lose. So that's Wells Fargo. So guys, I just look through these every day. JPM, we know that's going down because Wells Fargo's not looking good. BP, so look at this guy. So I wouldn't play this because it's gapping everywhere, so I wouldn't play that guy. PG. So this one's actually already selling off. So let's see what the chart looks like. So this guy over here looks like yesterday it retraced back to a 20 SMA, and today it formed a reversal candle. And it's also that below 50 RSI, so we just have to check it. Get your fib tools from low to high. So you see we got a perfect rejection at 61.8, and today we went way past the 78.6 line. So if you're looking for an entry tomorrow, you just mark this low. And your price target is about the 100 line or the 1272 line. And your stop loss, since this candle is way too big, your stop loss would be here. But if I were you, I would just do negative 30%, just because this candle right here is way too much. It's like $3 up, so yeah. And what I do is I usually wait till around 7:30 just so I don't get faked out. Like right now, ES is up $15, so this wouldn't trigger right away. This would probably be floating up here around 113 just because of the gap up. But once it goes short, then I'll be the first one to short. So yep, so that's just what I do for scanning to the downside. So if you want this to go to the upside, if you're bullish and everything, so you just flip it. So you do price above SMA 20, price above SMA 50, and price above SMA 200. And so what you're looking for is stocks that kind of retraced back. So let's see here. So all of these are going up. Let's see PFE. Nope. BMY. So this guy right here. So I can just pull on BMY. Oh, so I already had the fib on this. So our bias is up because it's above 10, it's about above 20. And it's just pulling back to the 50 RSI. So I get my fib lines and get to the recent top, most recent bottom. As you see right now, it hit 62.51, which is the fib. So if I had an entry for BMY tomorrow, it would be right here at the 61.8, and my price target would be 65.34 and 66.88. And stop loss is just below 62.49. So let's see at the daily. So this would be an entry. This would be our stop loss. And this would be our price target. So that's your stop. Here's your entry. And this would be your price target. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'll just do that over and over again and see what I get. So if you guys think of any other videos out there that you want me to put out, just leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get to them right away. And make sure you join the Facebook group, just so if you want any tickers for me to review, you could just post it down there and I'll look at it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.